Want to get your hands on some sports cards?
Hell yes!
You're in the right place.
Good morning.
Is everybody ready?
Welcome to the weekly Target Watch on Schultz's Card Pulls.
What's going on, sports fans? It is 3:56 Tuesday, February 22nd. We are back here, Schultz's Card Pulls, with you again, hoping to find more sports cards on Target.com. Another sports card restock. How is everybody doing this morning? What's going on? Hope all you West Coasties are up and at 'em. Hope everybody is good as they can be. Goodness gracious, coming off of quite the fun celebration for my birthday this weekend. But not only that, honestly, that's just selfish reasons. That it was a fun weekend. There was a lot going on in the NBA All-Star game. Nice All-Star weekend as well. Karl Anthony Towns taking down the three-point contest. Steph Curry doing what greats do. 50 points. 50 freaking points. That was some kind of performance from Steph Curry. And All-Star game MVP. Already got a finals MVP up on that trophy shelf. But anyways, All-Star game MVP. And what a performance by Steph Curry. What's going on, everybody? Drew Shoeman says, what's up, Schultz? Cardboard Camp says, happy birthday, Scottos this morning, Schultz. And by the way, I know I'm super early in addressing this, but I missed a couple of emails last week, and I do apologize, you guys. One of the winners, Tony G, he had actually gotten an absolute hanger box in one of these giveaways for the morning live streams. Unfortunately, Tony had figured out, actually, saw your email, did some investigating. There was, I sent out one of the giveaway packages, which happened to be yours, along with a present that my wife and I were sending to my mother-in-law, her mother, across the country in Boston, Massachusetts. Neither package ended up getting to its destination. So, Tony, I'm going to have to go and buy you another absolute hanger. I apologize. And apparently a package that we sent to my mother-in-law did not make it either. Super frustrated with USPS lately, and UPS and FedEx and everybody, the US's and the UPS's. Goodness gracious, guys. A lot of mail being delayed. Unfortunately, maybe not necessarily the fault of carriers because of all of the bad weather. But hey, I guess we'll get our cards eventually sometime, right? I say that with a little bit of annoyed tone because my cards from last week's Target restock haven't even showed up yet, you guys. So we can talk about exactly what could happen with a possible restock this morning on Target.com. Hopefully they go 2 weeks in a row where they just hit that next Tuesday. That would be awesome. Back Attack says, hope you had a good birthday. Thank you so much, buddy. It was really fun. It was fun indeed. My bestie got me too drunk. Wifey treated me very well, and we're actually going to be, since it was the All-Star break, my wifey's going to be taking me to a Blazer game here coming up soon. Get to see Anthony Simons. So anyways, guys, we are just about 90 seconds away, actually now 60 seconds away from the hot zone here on Schultz's Card Pulls on Target.com. If y'all are joining us for the first time, make sure that you do have all your browsers open, and you can follow along with me by using the best search link in the pinned comment, as well as the link in the description down below, guys. That'll get you access to basically everything that is live on Target.com right now, and then you'll be able to see, just like I do on the Target tracker here on Schultz's Card Pulls, exactly if and when cards do pop up out of stock, which is the indicator that we know a restock is coming. Brad Selden says, neither have mine. Drew Shoeman says, West Coast all day. That sucks getting those really, really slow shipments from Target.com on the West Coast, man. I have never gotten my stuff in time. I've seen all these other people getting their 12 packs of Mosaic football already. Mosaic basketball mega showing up to some people. I mean, super easy coming from the Midwest to get those cards to other people in the Midwest. I think a lot of mine either ship from like Iowa or Minnesota, like Eagan, Minnesota is the town that most of these come from, and I'm assuming that's right out of the Excel factory. All right, guys, keep your eyes out. The hot zone is upon us. The hot zone is upon us. 4 a.m. Pacific time, 7 a.m. East Coast time for the next 50 minutes. Target.com under our watch, guys. Just like the old Meet the Parents. If you haven't seen that, Ben Stiller, really good old movie. I guess I'm starting to get old, but Ben Stiller plays a man named Gaylord Fokker getting married and going to meet the parents of his future wife, and the dad is played by Robert De Niro, former CIA agent. It's a funny one. Got to realize that not everybody is my age, so I actually have to kind of rehash movies that were from my childhood now. Kind of sad, starting to get old. Beauty and the Beast breaks, or Beast and the Beauty breaks, sorry, says for me, Target takes 2 weeks. That's crazy, man. Sometimes it's taken a week for me. Sometimes it's taken 2. Honestly, just depends on how stuff is going. Who's your polls? What's going on? Says Morning Schulte. How are you, brother? Jacob Brainy says, I'm in the East. Still no shipping updates. Yeah, guys. Super odd to see not only the lack of speed, but for instance, in this order, it took, I think, almost 5 days, 5 calendar days for the Mosaic basketball mega boxes, for instance, to even be shipped. It had just said order placed, and I had heard a lot of rumors of some people getting cancellations on the Mosaic basketball megas, which is always frustrating when everybody scores like that in the morning. You never want to see people getting stuff canceled. So, and I'm not talking about the people that got like 20 or 30 or 40 boxes. I'm talking about the people that had their one order of 5 canceled. Super odd. Hopefully they were able to get that worked out. But very weird that Target's doing that, and kind of odd that they're making some customers just wait for at least 4 or 5 days before sending stuff out. Seeing who's your poll says Morning Schultze. Matt Chapman says, am I the only one that has 109 items? Talking about the Target tracker search. I think so, man. I usually, for the past month or so, I think leading up to Christmas, it was right around 40 to 50 items. And then in 2022, it has gone closer to like 50 to 60 items. And we were at about 68, I believe, during last week's restock on Target.com online for sports card items. Now we're down to 65 because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly sure they took off the Mosaic football cellos, the Mosaic basketball megas, and possibly the rookies and stars trading card boxes, which were the mega boxes, but I'm not totally sure. Nope, no, they didn't take those off. So one other item that was probably an older item then is what they took off. So that's why we went from 68 down to 65 items. All right, guys. 4:03 Pacific time. Waiting to see if Target.com gives us a restock this morning here on Schulte's Card Polls. If you are new, if you have any questions, please would be happy to answer y'all. Drew Schumann says, Jinxie Cat, where are you? Pikachu and Eevee are outside right now, you guys, and I guess I would be remiss if I did not mention and ask, please hit that like button. Maybe just smash that like button for me, getting up as butt earth early as I have to do this show and try to help you all score sports cards. It really does help the channel, and it helps me feed 2 kitties named Pikachu and Eevee when y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button in droves, guys. Do have my chocolate milk for good luck this morning. Water asking a good question. Is there no limit now? I remember those people talking about getting 12 packs. So, Water, there was a limit on every item. However, what it seemed like is Target was allowing people to score for the Mosaic football cellos. You guys, if you want to see really quickly what dropped last week and kind of what we're talking about, just to give you a visual. Those Mosaic basketball cello packs that had dropped the last month or month and a half had a limit of 3, and you kind of were just able to go back and get a bunch. It sounds like Target didn't really like the logistics of that, or Excel sending them out didn't like the logistics of that, so they decided to up the limit to 12 per customer, and it doesn't seem like they actually had as many in stock either as they did with the initial Mosaic basketball cello release for Mosaic football. So there were quite a few people that were able to score Mosaic football cellos, but there was a limit of 12 instead of 3, basically an entire box. And it sounds like people are getting boxes actually sealed to them and sent, or excuse me, sealed boxes sent to them for this Target order, which did not happen before with any cello boxes. So that's a good bit of news there, that you actually can get a sealed cello box now, and it actually is better for shipping too, picking it up that way from Target.com. It really doesn't make sense just throwing all the packs in a box and then letting them rattle against the sides while it's being shipped. So we saw Mosaic football cellos last week. We saw those Mosaic basketball megas that were a limit of 5. I believe the Hoops basketball blasters are still up, limit of 5 or 10 on those. And then all the rookies and stars variations, guys, the hangers, blasters, and the mega boxes, which I think are a buy. If you didn't grab anything last week, go check out. If you're looking to rip some football cards, guys, this week, because this weekend, these rookies and stars football card trading boxes were actually popping in and out of stock. Make sure you keep your eye out for these. You get 1 auto, 1 mem card, so obviously a chance at a sweet rookie auto, Trev Law, Mac Jones, and a relic card as well from 2021 Rookies and Stars. Basically, what is a mega box for only $60? I'm assuming those are going to shoot up in value, guys. So those, in my opinion, are an absolute buy. Up North Collectors says, I want Top Series 1. Yes, sir. Top Series 1 retail actually started appearing at Walmart last week for me. And super stoked, guys. I've got a playoff blaster box review coming up on the channel. And since all y'all are here, I can just kind of tell y'all so you can maybe get excited and come back and watch the video when you see it post later today. A case hit pull from a playoff blaster box, playoff football case hit. And I'm talking a case hit that people want, a case hit of the player that a lot of people are very, very highly seeking after. So I am so stoked to share that and excited to share how awesome I think playoff football is going to be as people continue to rip it. But not only that, I had a very successful hunt for retail sports cards last week, as well as, I apologize, I hope Hitman is in the chat. If he's not, he's probably sleeping, getting ready for his breaks later tonight. Hitman sent me a package, showed up on my birthday, you guys, and ripped it for a video on the channel. So gonna post that this week as well. So thank you so much to Hitman Rips. I have not forgotten about you. I did not skip over the package that you sent me or anything. I got it, I opened it, and appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Gonna post that on the channel and show your generosity, Hitman, sending me something awesome to rip here on Schultz's Card Pulls. Up North Collectors says, sellers can be good, but watch video boxes of them and you see hardly anything good. Yeah, Up North, we're seeing a lot of these print runs in the premium tier chromium cards for 2021 into 22 very, very high. And not only are we seeing print runs going higher by number, but we're seeing the number of parallels increased as well. For instance, I've brought this up time and time again, guys. Select Football 2020. This is just Select Football 2020. This isn't 2021 like Optic Basketball or anything. For Select Football in 2020, the number of parallels numbered almost 150. Counted 150 different colored parallels. That rainbow is impossible to chase. So you can definitely tell just by the number of parallels that the print run has been increasing on some of these sports cards. And I'm not trying to... Oh, what's up? Hitman just got in here. Heck yeah. This is what up, Schultz's Card Pulls. Appreciate it, man. I'm not trying to talk bad about the hobby and saying these print runs have increased, and that's not necessarily always a bad thing. However, you do want to find the balance between allowing people to get cards and totally devaluing the heck out of those releases like Mosaic, like Prism, like Optic Basketball. Heck yeah, Hitman, I appreciate you. This is just waiting for the drop, dude. I appreciate you sending me that package. I'm so excited to get the video posted and just show everybody about your generosity and say thank you very much, man. You freaking rock. I'm glad you're in here and glad that you were actually able to hear me say that. That is awesome. And speaking of breaks, guys, yeah, I know Hitman posted his breaks, I believe, at some point early yesterday for tonight. So if you're looking to break, go check out Hitman Rips, as well as breaks that I've got going on Schultz's Card Pulls Thursday night. I apologize, I had to move some stuff again, you guys, but I'm actually in the middle of implementing all kinds of stuff, a new camera, using new streaming software, trying to get it all set up so the streams look crisp and clear, 1080 HD, 60 frames per second, so nothing's choppy, nothing's losing frames or anything like that. Excited to get that looking right, not only for these talking streams, but for breaks as well. And it's very important to me that it looks as good as it can be. So I apologize, but trying to throw all this stuff together, a couple of items that I've been really looking forward to getting, and as well as a couple of others that my parents got me for my birthday, just able to kind of put all into use on the channel at the same time. So I apologize, but the breaks still will be happening on Thursday on Schultz's Card Pulls. So check that out, guys, schultzescardpulls.com. But hey, if you're looking to break tonight, you got Hitman Rips, always throwing down some breaks. Hitman, what's your bounty now? Like $400 or $500, or did that bounty get pulled and I just missed it this weekend, man? I do apologize, but the bounty is absolutely insane on Hitman right now. It was at least a couple $100 last time I saw. 49ers fan says, you just find it out now that playoff football's trash? I'm telling you, I don't think playoff football's trash, you guys. Playoff football actually from 2020 had some pretty sweet pulls and was one of those sneaker sets that people were still able to pull some good hits out of even a year later. And as we're talking about increased print runs, you guys, I'm telling you, some of these sets that you get at like the lower mid-tier, like Rookies and Stars or like Playoff Football, can be sneaky good and offer you some pretty decent hits, you guys, that you're usually expecting out of like Prism and out of Optic and those kind of premium releases. But because the print run's increasing on those, then it kind of forces some people to go look at some of these other releases. But I'm telling you guys, these other releases do have some of these big hits. So big scores possible there. I'm telling you guys what. Playoff football, playoff, nothing to sneeze at. Nothing to sneeze at all. Hitman Rips his $530 bounty. That's awesome. That is bad A. Good for you, Hitman. Brian Longhorn says, good morning, player. The overprinting is killing the hobby. That's why the rookie cards of Ball and Edwards are so low in value. For Mosaic basketball, that's true. Although for Prism, I would say that they're almost comparable to what like the 2020 football rookies prices are. I think Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball base rookies, if I'm not mistaken, are selling for like $50 to $60 for like a LaMelo Prism base rookie. And then Ant probably like a $40 Prism base rookie. Maybe I'm overguesstimating those. Maybe those prices have dropped a little bit more, but I don't think they should be dropping too much more, guys, because not only did Steph Curry go off this weekend, but LaMelo Ball snuck in as the 30 youngest player at the All-Star game ever in NBA history this year. What a fun weekend, but just a bunch of different storylines to talk about. So along with Kat winning the three-point competition, along with Steph Curry grabbing 50 points and the All-Star Game MVP, goodness gracious, you guys. It was just a fun one and lots of things to talk about and lots of things for collectors to watch out for, which usually in a weekend that doesn't necessarily include many awesome things going on. So yeah, Hitman Rips is a $530 bounty. That's just crazy. $530 bounty. Man, making me want to go buy a spot. Probably got to start bounties or something on my breaks as well, because I do plan on doing breaks every single week, and that is just such a fun way to get people coming back. And I always love the bounties. Usually what that is, if you haven't done breaks before, you can participate in guys like Hitman Rips that offer a ton of value in their breaks. And what they will do along with your buy-in for like a random team or a pick your team break, they will throw a random number up there that a serial number parallel can hit. And if your team, say you pull like the Portland Trailblazers, which aren't necessarily the best team in a break, but you pull the Portland Trailblazers and the bounty number is like 77, and you pull a Damian Lillard parallel numbered 77 out of 150, you win the bounty. So huge added value there. And that's what I'm talking about, guys, with, you know, breakers that add that value for people in the hobby, that add that chance for a lot of fun. There's really an extra way for you to get your hands on boxes and access to boxes that you normally wouldn't be able to get. So Elliot Crowner asking, where can we join your breaks? My breaks, guys, are at schultzescardpulls.com. I know Hitman Rips or hitmanrips.com. Hitman, you're modded. You can post your website if you want, brother. But yeah, we got some sweet breaks posted. Hitmanrips.com, schultzescardpulls.com. Have to join up once I've been doing this a bit longer, Hitman. Have to join up and do some kind of massive break. That'd be awesome. Run Good Life says, stop hyping Hitman Rips. He have enough viewers. What's up, RGL? I'll hype you too, brother. RGL, gotta get in on RGL's breaks too, everybody. Both of y'all have a ton of viewers. Both of y'all guys have way more viewers than I do at this point. So, and that is because you deserve them. Congratulations. The YouTube algorithm really has figured out what you guys offer and is just promoting you consistently. So honestly, you guys deserve it, and I'm happy for you. I'm hoping I can get to that level soon. I'm hoping that YouTube can send me out, although part of that's on me. So Gambit says, stop copying Hitman. Why? Because I'm doing breaks? I don't think I'm copying Hitman. I think that other bounties have been going around for a long time, and this is like, it sucks, man. This is like why I don't even want to do like a duck race on my breaks, because then I get accused of copying RGL. So Hitman spelled out the dot. Pac-Man is the best channel. He's hilarious, guys. All right, 4:15 Pacific time. Still waiting for a sports card restock on Target.com. Looks like on my monitors, I've seen a couple books popping up early this morning in stock, but nothing as far as sports cards. Retail, nothing getting restocked on Target right now. Draco Card says, yo. Yeah, Scotto says, yeah, that dunk contest was awful. Yeah, that's why I didn't bring it up, that dunk contest. I didn't watch it live. I watched the highlights, but that was a very lackluster scene, no doubt. Gambit says, talks about Hitman's bounty, then says that he should start a bounty. Well, yeah. Why did RGL start a bounty? Probably because Hitman had the bounty already. So. Oh, Gambit. Copying is the greatest form of flattery, my friend. I wouldn't have started a card pulling YouTube channel if other people hadn't done it first. So, yeah, everybody, exactly, Scotto says, everybody copies everybody. Who cares? I can't remember. There is a painter or an artist from the early to mid 20th century, and one of his main philosophies in life and with his work was that nobody had any copyright on anything because every idea that we've had has already been had by somebody else, because the human race really isn't that unique as far as like our minds and coming up with different ideas. So I think that he was probably correct in that. Thanks, Hitman. Since I wasn't the first to do a bounty, won't be the last. Schultz, do it. It adds fun to the break. I appreciate it, Hitman. That's probably what I'm going to do, man. It really does seem fun, and it's just an extra way for people to make that cash back. $530. Wasim says, gotta say, Schultz, you have quite the viewers on a daily, weekly basis. I don't know why you think you don't get many views. Wasim, I appreciate you, man. You could just see the rate of, like, there's what's called a YouTube heartbeat, and there's a much better heartbeat on different other card channels on YouTube, and mine just, if I don't post, I don't get any views, and for some reason, there are a lot more views from the algorithm on channels like not even Hitman's or Run Good Life's or mine, but just we still haven't all quite figured out exactly like what card ripping videos get views, because you still see videos with creators with a couple hundred subscribers, and this is awesome. Like Who's Your Post, for instance, you guys go check him out. Growing content creator here on YouTube for ripping sports cards, but it's so hard to figure out the formula to get views guaranteed on a sports card rip. Sometimes you'll just randomly have it blow up with like a big hit or not. Sometimes, obviously, being one of the first ones to post it helps, but even still, that's not a guaranteed way to get views. So it's just really odd. Trying to figure out that algorithm is just a little weird sometimes. Breaking Mosaic in 500 BC, says Selena Kid 86. LOL. That's actually pretty funny. You're talking like Mosaic has been around forever. Like there's just so much of it. I mean, I see that. That's pretty hilarious. Make3265 asking if anything has loaded yet. No, we have not seen anything load as of yet. Last time I checked was about 4 minutes ago. And still nothing, guys. Saw a couple of books posted early this morning on the monitors, and unfortunately, nothing really happening sports card wise here on Target.com for this Tuesday, but we still got half an hour left in the hot zone. We can see something happening. Brandon says, Tip, don't get riled up whenever a troll makes a comment. I'm just trying to show that I'm transparent. Not trying to deke anyone over or anything like that. Harold says, hit that like button. I appreciate you, Harold. Harold Holness. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Helps me feed a couple kitties named Pikachu and Eevee. Jacob says, is someone else sitting down right now? Effing copycats. Can't stand you guys. That's funny, Jacob. You sitting down? You sitting down? The Gleason says, I know the haters set the alarm for 4 a.m. and get up to go Schultz. And then hate. Life must suck. Oh, the Gleasons. I love you, man. Teddy C actually talking about a very good product strategy for sports cards. Buy products low, mark it up, open it, sort it, ship it. Big breakers have made it. Well, yeah, if you're talking about the ones that have allocations, yes. But it is super, super hard to get started in it. And breakers that are trying to do it without an audience don't really have much success either. I'm telling you guys. Allocations are tough to get. I think Run Good Life here on the channel has already attested to that, saying that he had to spend thousands of dollars per month and was only getting one hobby box of each release. One. Not a case, but one hobby box. Steve Star says, I checked Walmart 2 weeks on Wednesday, but online never changes. Has they restocked? Yes, Steve. Great question about Walmart.com, you guys. If you don't know, obviously we're waiting for Target.com's restocks here. Early morning, but Walmart.com does have a weekly sports card restock as well. And it is a guaranteed sports card restock at pretty much every Wednesday, right around noon Pacific time, 3 East Coast time. Sometimes we've seen cards dropped a little bit earlier, like at 11:30. Or at one point, it was like at 10:30 or 11 o'clock Pacific time. Early trickling in of a restock before they did do the full restock at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. But every Wednesday, guys, every Wednesday for Walmart.com, that is the time that you're going to see cards restocked on that website. But the bots eat every single week. I'm telling you guys, it's really tough to get your hands on stuff. And if you do, the best chance that you're going to have to get your hands on products on Walmart.com is when a product is just released and it hasn't necessarily hit online to be sold yet. So the first time that it is sold on Walmart online will be your best chance to grab those products. Unfortunately, yeah, guys, Walmart not really doing anything like Target to protect against bots or anything like that. That's just the way that it is, the way of the world that we're dealing with right now. We do appreciate what Target is doing, and obviously we hope Walmart does that, but dang. Walmart not really doing it, guys. Allowing the bots to feast. Card A Free says, Sage is available. 3 sick autos per blaster. Ooh, yeah, we got that Sage, guys. Sage Premier Draft, right? Daniel F says, RGL causing withdrawal 2 nights a week, bro. Hitman won't pick up the shifts. LOL. Well, both of those guys break for hours, so it's really hard to do it more than 2 nights a week. And as far as like other breakers go, I know Tri-City Pulls has got breaks. I've got breaks, so you can go and fill those out as well. Get your fix in, and all of us will take care of y'all, having some fun. Hopefully pulling you guys some super fire on all of our channels here on YouTube. Cardboard Camp says, I don't even flip mine. I just hold to open throughout the year. I have at least 10 of each mega from 2020 Football, Absolute Select Optic Prism, and some encased and Absolute Hobbies. Cardboard Cam, that is pretty awesome. I'm very jealous. You obviously have a lot more control and self-control than I do, because I would just want to rip open all those boxes for myself and see if I could pull like a Justin Herbert parallel. That's awesome, man. The Gleason says, Schulte, did you see products dropping on my monitors about 3:25 my time? Let me see, guys. 3:25 my time. So basically, right before the stream started, Gleason's saying that there were a couple of products that were sprinkling in stock, you guys, along with a couple of books and Nintendo Switches. Looks like I saw yesterday some rookies and stars appeared on my monitors, but maybe they're slow this morning. Haven't seen anything yet, probably because nothing else has really been stocked. So that's what I'm going to assume is happening. Shot Seller Sports asking if I have a Walmart search link. I tried to put one up, and I tried to put Hoosiers up, but it did not necessarily include all of the best hits and all of the best boxes of cards. So I didn't want to post it because I couldn't figure out exactly how to get all of the products on one page for Walmart.com. Usually the best way to go, guys, and I'm really not trying to just like promote this, but it is a free Discord. Go check mine out. The link is in the description below. I have the links for the latest Walmart products in the Discord. The Gleason says they loaded at that time. Good stuff. Miguel T, though, probably right, saying that they were just cleaning up. I don't think that there will be a drop today. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, we haven't seen any action other than like for Nintendo Switches or a couple of books and some very, very sparing movement of sports cards around the restock online of Target.com this morning. Angel asking if anything is backloaded. Unfortunately, I do not see anything backloaded as of yet. let you know as soon as I see a product show up, though, on Target.com, you guys. But as we continue to wait for sports cards to drop on Target.com, everybody hanging out, you guys, appreciate everybody in the community chilling with us. Hitman Rips here, Run Good Life here, Up North Collectors here, Who's Your Polls. We got all the YouTube creators. We got everybody hanging out, guys. It is a fun one. Smash that like button. Helps me feed a couple kitties named Pikachu and Eevee. Really appreciates it. Really does help me get that payoff from YouTube for getting up early in the morning trying to help you all find your sports card fix. I appreciate you all day. It says, yo, Schulte, it's okay to promote your own stuff, my guy. No, I appreciate you all day. Thank you, man. Just want everybody to know that I'm not always trying to sell them something. I really do want their experience with finding sports cards to be as optimal as possible. And that is one of the reasons I set up the Discord. The really cool thing is, guys, is it's hard to find a community, you know, that has that knowledge and that week-to-week access and kind of always able to answer a question about when sports cards are dropping or where sports cards have dropped last. It's really nice to have a few hundred to 1,000 plus people at your disposal that can see your question and that you can ask. So really nice. Angel says, thanks, brother. Can we smash that like button for Schulte? I appreciate you, Angel. Rip It Up is here too. Rip It Up is here too, baby. Check out Rip It Up. Cardboard Camp says, we don't have Personal Finance Dad, do we? You know what? I don't think that Personal Finance Dad and the guy that he does the podcast with even know that I exist. And if they do know I exist, I haven't heard from him. So I would love to be a guest on their podcast. Love to talk about how the hobby is growing still, despite people thinking that it is dying. I do not think it is dying at all. Unfortunately, of course, as all things do, after you go through an explosion in popularity, you're going to go through a little bit of a market correction. But with the big money coming in, with Fanatics coming in the way that they are, you guys, I promise you, the hobby is going to be at heights that we have never seen before. Big money coming in. It's going to have its own network on TV covering stuff intertwined with all of these games, just like Vissen, but it's going to be all about sports cards. That's going to be the future, you guys. I'm telling you. Anthony asking if there are any cards loaded. Have not seen anything popping up yet. Anthony, unfortunately, nothing on the back end on Target.com. About 22 minutes left in the hot zone. I'll let you all know exactly if and when I do see something popping up and what it is. And I'll shut up and stop talking about other sports and everything like that. But guys, speaking of other sports, on top of the All-Star game this weekend, we did know in the last week or find out for sure that the MLB season is most likely going to be pushed back. Spring training not happening. That's always one thing that I'm super excited about. Right around my birthday every single year, pitchers and catchers, just a few days before that, like right around Valentine's Day, report to spring training. And then usually on my birthday, you've either got like the first spring training game or players, position players are reporting for spring training. And it is just super sad to see baseball being delayed because of the labor strike going on right now. I hate to see it, and we're hoping that we see baseball soon, ASAP. But guys, it doesn't look like we're going to see it until at least March 5th. They're trying to say that they're still on track for March 31st and an opening day on that date, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think baseball's going to be suffering. Oh, no way. Hitman Rips, dude, a $10 super chat. Oh, Hitman, you are so generous, brother. Hitman says, thanks for being the place to hang out and help collectors get cards. I got a free spot for you in tonight's breaks. See you tonight at 5 p.m. for my breaks Schulte's card pulls. Hitman, dude, you are super, super generous, brother. Hooking me up with a spot. You're hooking me up with a super chat. You're hooking me up with what you sent me to open on the channel. Dude, you freaking rock, Hitman. I got to pay it back to you guys. I'm going to try to pay it forward somehow. We're going to do something awesome, guys. Hitman, thank you so much, dude. Gosh dang, man. I'll be there. Heck yeah. 5 p.m. Schulte's card pulls. Heck yeah. Showing up for Hitman Rips' breaks tonight, you guys. Go buy into those. Check them out. And like I said, I do have some breaks coming up on Thursday night. Both basketball and football. Schulte'sCardPulls.com as well. Dang, Hitman. You rock. You freaking rock, you guys. The Hooper's asking a valid question. Should I send my LaMelo Ball green purple courtside to SGC or PSA? The green purple select parallel, I think that is a uniform matching enough to where you could send it off to PSA. However, if you're wanting to stay within a budget, SGC. But if money doesn't necessarily matter to you with a submission and you want to go for long-term value, I think that green and purple parallel, I love those green and purple parallels, you guys. That should be submitted to PSA. But that's just my opinion. Man, Hitman is a consummate professional, you guys. We got all kinds of good peeps here in the hobby. It's really nice to see that we can build a community of honest people that just want to share the love of sports cards and the hobby and nostalgia and that feeling of pulling a great hit. That's what this is about, you guys. It really is. Cardboard Camp, a $1.99 super chat, dude. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, buddy. $1.99 super chat says you'll need a thick one touch for your hit, pal. Thanks, Cardboard Camp. Oh, you guys rock. Man, this has definitely already been a fun morning. And we haven't even had a sports card restock yet, you guys. Hitman is a good dude, unlike Corn Pop. He's a bad dude. Corn Pop. Corn Pop. Gosh. Steve asking, hey, Schultz, have you ever heard if Best Buy has dropped hangers yet? See, the pick is finally loaded. Great question, you guys. So he's asking about Mosaic football hanger boxes. The only retail that we've seen for Mosaic football are blaster boxes that Hitman Rip found at the NFL store and the cello packs that we've seen on Target.com. But we've also seen a preview on BestBuy.com of Mosaic football hanger boxes. They've been up without an image for probably a week or two, not going in stock at all. However, now it looks like the item is ready to be bought by the public. They posted a picture. Looks like it's all fresh and ready to go. So Mosaic football hangers, guys, coming soon on BestBuy.com. BestBuy.com, usually a place to get Pokemon cards. However, turning around now, becoming a place to also get sports cards as well. We've been seeing like Optic basketball thrown up there and other like select basketball. I think Donruss football at one time. Just some of those other highly sought after releases, guys. Blaster boxes mostly, but now it looks like we're seeing Mosaic football hangers going up on BestBuy.com. So beware. I will try in my Discord, you guys, as well as like on Instagram. I am starting a Twitter here for the channel soon. I will try to let people know, when stuff is getting restocked, and that premium kind of item, obviously everybody wanted to know about. Mosaic hangers, always highly sought after. Always highly sought after. JTR Cards has just got here. Anybody still waiting on their Rookies and Stars progress past process or to progress past processing? Mosaic ship fast, but not Rookies and Stars. Yeah, JTR, actually, I am waiting for my Rookies and Stars mega boxes that they are called. It's like one auto and one mem card per box running. I think it was 50 or 60 bucks. 54.99. Those not really processing for anybody yet, but I'm assuming we will see those shipped out shortly. It took about 5 days for my Mosaic basketball mega boxes to process. Super excited to get those in the mail, though. Been opening a lot of Mosaic. I think after these mega boxes from Target come in, probably going to wind down on the Mosaic because we have opened so much, and I don't think my luck could get any better. I've already pulled an Ant Genesis. I guess a LaMelo Auto or a LaMelo Genesis is the only thing that I could do better, or pulling some crazy mega box fluorescent parallel out of 10 from Walmart. Wouldn't that be nuts? They have the pink fluorescent parallels out of 10 from the Walmart mega boxes for Mosaic basketball. Pull a LaMelo out of 10 or an Ant out of 10. Whew. Can only imagine, guys, sending that off to PSA. You could probably buy half a house or something like that. Pick and Flips is Target sending its Mosaic football instead of Mosaic basketball. Really? Mosaic football megas coming your way instead of Mosaic basketball pick and flip? That's super odd. Scotto says, I got a notification that my Mosaic shipped last night. Yeah, ditto. I actually saw that my Mosaic basketball had also shipped recently. Brad Selden says, I've gently caressed that like button. What's going on, Brad Selden Esquire? Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you, Brad. One of my OGs. Always here for the mornings. Love you, Brad. Thank you much, man. Hitman says, Nick, if you miss a filler, you don't get your money back. Yeah, guys, fillers and breaks basically is like a 50-50 chance to get in on the break at half the cost of what the break usually runs for. So it's essentially just a degenerate, fun gambler's way to try and get in on a break for a bit cheaper. That's what it is. Fillers are fun. I like fillers, actually. Ben says, have you sent in your ant? Yes. My Anthony Edwards, you guys, has been submitted. Cross your fingers for me, everybody. Anthony Edwards, NBA debut Genesis, on its way to PSA as of Saturday. Ooh, crossing my fingers, you guys. Oh, Jimbo says, thanks, Schulte. You're so welcome, Jimbo. I appreciate you, Jimbo. You freaking rock. You always watch my videos. You always leave a comment, Jimbo. Guys like you, and not just guys like you, but the people that are just lurking, watching on the chat, hanging out, smashing that like button, chatting, or not. Guys, I love you all, and I appreciate every single one of you. The Four Horsemen says, Sarge is too nice to say, so I'll say it for him. Super Chat's money gets eaten like bots eat retail drops. Pay that man his money, PayPal him, dude. I appreciate that, Four Horsemen. Yeah, you guys, I mean, it is true. The donations from YouTube Super Chats obviously do get taken up by quite a bit of fees and whatnot. I am sure that PayPal and all that stuff, Cash App, Venmo, which is posted down below in the description, really more so for breaks and whatnot, would be a lot easier to get like donations on. But guys, either way, I appreciate you. You don't have to donate. You guys are awesome. Either way does not make a difference to me. So I feel weird even asking. It's like, you know what, you guys, you don't have to give me money. I just want you here. I want to give you sports cards. I want to give you access to sports cards, and I will try to build my brand that way. Yes, of course I'm trying to build a brand. Everybody coming in and being like, oh, Schulte, you're just trying to get views. Of course. It's like accusing a car of trying to get gas to run. We all need views to get on YouTube and do this, guys. It's the whole point. It's the whole point behind why we are all doing this. But I am here with the philosophy that the hobby has the longest term sustainability and the best chance of success if y'all get these retail cards in the year that they come out at retail cost and get that chance at that big hit. That's simple as that, baby. Mark Bannon said, my order said the same Mega Football. That would be interesting to see, guys, if the Mosaic Basketball Megas ended up being Mosaic Football Megas. Ooh, that's weird. You know what? That is confirmed, you guys. My order actually says Mosaic Football Megas as well. Weird, you guys. I mean, I know you can't really see very well. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but Mosaic Football Mega Boxes, guys. That's literally, it's telling me, get ready for this order. And it is the Mosaic Football Mega Boxes, guys. Proof right there that what they are saying is actually true and happening to quite a few people. So I wonder what shows up, Mosaic Basketball Megas or Mosaic Football Megas. That is super, super odd. I thought I was buying NBA Megas, not NFL Megas. Dang. Pokémon Fun says, I would be so mad I only ordered one. I mean, honestly, either way, I don't think it matters, but seeing Tri-City Pulls already posting the video of Mosaic Basketball Megas, I'm assuming that they are going to be Mosaic Basketball Megas. I mean, I could be way off in that assumption, you guys, and I apologize. I don't want to lead you astray there, but I do think that they are going to be NBA Megas. Nick Neubauer says, thanks, Schulte and him, man. You guys are really are awesome. Dude, I appreciate you, man. Man's awesome. Run Good Life. Throw him in that list, too, you guys. Run Good Life is a freaking saint. RGL, I got to get up to Seattle. We got to do lunch sometime, man. I apologize. Last time we did that collab, I was not able to, go grab a bite with you, but we got to hang out, man. Grab some beers, do lunch, talk about the hobby. Ducks says, Schulte, I went to a card show at the Hotel Ballroom in Long Island where there aren't many hobby shops anymore. And there were a ton of kids at the show. Ducks, that's awesome. That's good to see, man. That's really nice. So these kids are still interested, you guys, even past all of these, super high roller flippers getting into the hobby and making it popular. And, all of those extra voices with the likes of Gary Vee and Vegas Dave. Showing off their sports cards collections and telling you to buy sports cards. It does sound like that even though that bubble has kind of popped and that kind of huge trajectory of big famous dudes talking about sports cards has kind of passed. Kids are still in the collecting world, and you see these collectors shows still being frequented by kids. We actually, because eBay has started basically upping their reporting to the IRS now. Anything over $600, you guys, you got to report to the IRS and prove that, you know, you only had so much of a profit margin on that, so you don't pay taxes on the full thing. You only pay taxes on profit now, whereas you could sell up to $20,000 in 200 transactions a year on eBay before and not have to worry about it. So we've got 2 card shows now near me every single month. Put on Twin Oaks card shows, and both times the last month we've seen kids hanging out, showing up, trying to do these deals. So that is an encouraging sign as well, you guys. Something says somebody asking for the links for the NFL Megas. Okay, guys, I don't want to say that they are NFL Megas because, like I said, Shy City Polls already got his in Chicago. I'm assuming he either got like a quick Target order or bought somebody else's, but those are Target NBA Mosaic Megas. I'm assuming that they are NBA Mosaic Megas, but if you want the link, you guys, they have a shot at being NFL Mosaic Megas. Go down to the description below, and the NBA Mosaic Mega link will be that NFL Mosaic link, essentially. So go down below to the description, and you will find that there. Nice. Run Good Life says, I'm down. Heck yeah, RGL. Yeah, once the weather, it is, y'all know in the Pacific Northwest how frigid it gets in the winter and rainy. Once the weather improves, hopefully, man, closer to, like the end of March or beginning of April when baseball season is supposed to start. Go Mariners. Supposed to start, then we can definitely do something like that, RGL. That'd be fun. And speaking of the Mariners, Run Good, I know you and I are high in on Kelnick right now. There is a card popping up that I wanted to ask your opinion about since you're here, dude. A Jared Kelnick Topps Fire green auto parallel for Kelnick at a 75. I know it's Topps Fire, but it's running for like 100 to 120 bucks right now on eBay. A Kelnick auto for 120 bucks, I think that's a steal. Excited to grab one, and I'm hoping that that was a good buy. I know that Fire, like I said, it's usually a little less popular, but an auto at a 75, Jared Kelnick, could not pass that up for the price, and I didn't know if you had one like that or if you'd seen a deal like that before. I think that that's probably one of the better prices you're going to get on a Kelnick auto. I know it's a lower tier release, but could not pass it up. Me versus me says, Schulte, what is the most expensive card you have kept? Probably my Genesis Ant Pull. I literally, guys, started in the hobby again in full back in June of 2020. It's when I posted my first video here on Schulte's Card Pulls, June 11th, 2020. And in the almost 18 months, just over 18, 19 months that I've been back in the hobby, I've had a couple of really nice pulls. The Anthony Volpe at a 25 auto from Bowman for the 2020 Bowman Mega Box. That was a huge rip, basically one of the second or third prospects behind Jason Dominguez. And people think he might be as good as Mike Trout. So huge. I did give that card up, though. That Anthony Volpe is gone. But probably a couple of my Justin Herbert pulls or the Ant Genesis pull, which unfortunately did not happen. Genesis pulls. Got to get that off the PSA. Brian says, sorry, folks, no drop. Got to get ready for work. It snowed here, so I must leave early. Curry is the GOAT and better than LeBron. Team LeBron loses if it weren't for Curry. Winston asking, Schulte, did I miss anything? No, we have not seen a restock yet, Winston. Don't you worry, brother. 4:44 Pacific time. Have not seen anything happening on Target.com, you guys, and I do apologize for that. Run Good answering my question about the Kelnick auto. Says, that's about market, in my opinion. Pretty sure I pulled myself a JK auto out of Fire. Nice. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm excited. I pulled the trigger on it, and hopefully the corners, they looked pretty decent in the pictures, but I'm going to see exactly how they look when I get it, and depending on how they look, I'll send it off to PSA or SGC. Justin White says, Schulte, you still got that orange Volpe auto? I do not, Justin. That is doubled in price as a raw card. That was probably one of my worst sells of all time. I hope that I don't end up looking back later on in 20 years and saying, oh, what could have been with that card being like a $10, $20, $30, $40,000 card. But you know what? I guess that's what happens in the hobby. That's the risk that you face. But I would have rather gotten the guaranteed cash at the time. I always say that. and the guaranteed cash is much better than no cash later on. All right, guys, 4:45 Pacific time. Not seeing anything happening on Target.com yet. I will let you know in the next 5 minutes if we do see something changing and something dropping. But unfortunately, with each passing minute, it looks less and less likely that we're going to see a sports card restock today on Target.com. And I know probably going to see a few people start to head on out at this point. So please, you guys, I appreciate you all. But if you do head on out and you haven't, do me a favor, smash that like button on your way out. Really does help me feed a couple kitties named Pikachu and Eevee. Yes, I have 2 cats named after Pokemon, and my wife and I are planning on getting a Corgi, and we will let you all know when that happens. And when we do, we're going to name it Ichiro. It's going to be awesome. We are a sports family and a Pokemon family here on Schulte's Card Pulls, no doubt. Gino's franchise is, speaking of Kelnick, I pulled a commemorative medallion MLB logo auto out of 10 from a jumbo box. Gino, that is so sick. You talking about Topps Series 1 2022 jumbo? That is such a sick pull. Congratulations, man. Jelly on that one for sure. A lot of people in the chat talking about Target being crazy backed up, you guys. Yeah, a lot of weather issues have happened, you guys. And honestly, I'm not trying to rip the Postal Service or UPS or FedEx too bad. I know that they're dealing with a lot of different issues and logistics problems, but I have had like worries of packages being lost, different valuable items from packages gone missing in the last year. And now just in the last 3 to 4 weeks, I've had 2 packages that I sent out. One as a giveaway for a viewer on the channel, Tony G, and then one as a present to my mom-in-law. Both disappear in the mail. So I don't want to rip them too bad, but it's also so frustrating trying to handle this and say, okay, you know what? These shipping delays, they're happening. I mean, I had to push a break back last week because I didn't get my boxes in time, and just had to wait for stuff to get sent from a local warehouse past its delivery date by 5 days. Triple H breaks this holiday weekend also. Very true, guys. So as far as transactions for your bank or shipments or anything like that, everything was on hold yesterday. So another reason why it has slowed down. PT Sack 2 asking about an MJ rookie card. I mean, I would love to see one of those. Got to get one of those in my collection. That's obviously one of my holy grails. A Michael Jordan auto would be something that if I could get my hands on, I would do anything that I could needed to do so. I would try to make a trade happen. Whatever I needed to do to make that happen, I would do it. Keith asking, any action yet? Unfortunately, Keith, we are not seeing any action on the back end on Target.com, you guys. 4:48, just about 4:49 Pacific time, 7:49 East Coast time. I apologize, you guys. I wish we could see these restocks happening every single week. Every single week. The collector asking, how many spots left in my big break? You're talking on Thursday, the hobby box break, the Mosaic football, the Donruss H2 box, and the Absolute. That, I think I have 20 some spots left, or maybe just around 20 spots. The basketball break is actually close to being sold out, and if we sell both those out, of course, we'll do an OT break coming up after on Thursday night as well. So I can tell you exactly how many products I have available for each break. Yummy Oslo says the pandemic and the weather. Yeah, guys, with all those logistics issues, with the weather the way that it is, it's making things tougher. Yeah, 22 spots still available, guys, in the Hobby Kaboom Mixer. So the collector, if you are interested in that one, check it out. Schultz'sCardPulls.com, man. Jimbo says, you could gladly do that. I could care less, buddy. I'm not complaining. I'm telling people so they know what's going on. Yeah, guys, I understand the frustration out there about the shipping delays. I've had them myself. Packages going missing and packages, I mean, sitting there for almost a week. It's like, okay, the weather has to be causing that kind of delay, or they just did not have enough people available to ship out those packages. And with what's going on, guys, with the employee shortages, that's understandable, albeit still frustrating for every single one of us. The collector says, let's fill that football break, people. I appreciate it, you guys. Yeah, check it out, schultzescardpulls.com. If you want to buy in on Thursday. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Unfortunately, the hot zone has just expired. 4:50 Pacific time, 7:50 East Coast time. We're not seeing a restock this morning on Target.com, you guys. Not sure what's happening, if they're just going to be skipping another week again. I don't think they're going to be skipping 2 weeks in a row, but I wouldn't be surprised if after they skipped 3 weeks, then did a sports card restock. I honestly, guys, I'm just trying to break this down like I think it would happen. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a console restock this week. So I've been hearing rumors that could happen, but you never want to trust rumors, although it sounds like tomorrow I'm going to have a little bit more of a confirmation of some inside information as to whether or not a console restock or a sports card restock is happening this week. I got one source. Hopefully I can get another. And then I am totally willing to go with it for sure that, yeah, there is no sports card restock. There is a console restock this week. And let you all know, hey, sleep in. Or if you want to wake up and get a console, get a console. Tell me 2 Dimes says, have a great day, Schultz. Appreciate you, man. Oh, Tri-City Pulse stopping by. Says, what's going on, brother? Stopping by to show some love before I get to work. Have a blessed one, my guy. Tri-City putting it in. Burning the candle at both ends. I appreciate you, Tri-City. Smash that goat for Tri-City. What's going on, brother? Thanks for stopping by, man. Love you showing that love. Appreciate you, Tri-City. Big part of the community. Talking about that honest, awesome sports card community that we all got going on here on YouTube, you guys. And then Tommy's Break showing up as well. Tommy says, hey, Schultz, hope you're good, buddy. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that. Hey, speaking of Tommy's Breaks, brother, I do still have your cello pack from Mosaic Basketball that you won in the last YouTube member giveaway. I don't have your address, man, so send that to me, and I will send those cards your way, brother. Appreciate that. Collector wanting everybody else to buy spots in that football break, you guys. I'm sure we'll get that sold out by Thursday night. And I have all of the cards, 2 out of the 3 breaks from last week put into packages, and there are just a couple of other packs and team bags that need to be put into packages and then labeled, and I will send the rest of the cards from last week's breakout probably tonight, but if not tonight, tomorrow morning. So excited to get those out to y'all and then get going all over again with Thursday's break. 4:53 Pacific time, guys. As we continue to, unfortunately, not see a restock on Target.com this morning, we can talk about more sports happening over the weekend. Of course, the NBA All-Star weekend going on. Not seeing any movement in baseball negotiations, looking like the labor deal not going to be reached by the time that I'm just guessing, guys, March 31st, which is opening day. I don't think we're going to see opening day baseball. I think it's going to be delayed, and Major League Baseball having a lot of trouble negotiating with owners, and kind of a similar situation to the 1994 strike. It's just billionaires bitching and fighting with millionaires. It's very frustrating. You're welcome, Tommy. Says, I'll shoot an email. Thanks, man. No worries. And then, guys, the big news, and I did want to comment on this before the live stream is over and kind of get anybody's take, because this is kind of really goes to like sports and a player's effort and, you know, how you play the game kind of to its core. So college basketball. Juwan Howard, head coach of the Michigan Wolverines, guys, former NBAer, and honestly a good dude. I've met him. I've interviewed him. He's a really nice guy, really easy interview. Really knows how to play the game. I always thought was a consummate professional, but did something after losing to the Wisconsin Badgers in college basketball that I actually personally love, but I wanted to get your take on it, you guys. Juwan Howard, former NBA player, current Michigan Wolverines coach, punching an assistant for the Wisconsin Badgers after losing by 15, and in the last few seconds, Wisconsin called a timeout and then put a full court press on them. And that is something, guys, that I have always been annoyed at in college basketball. The ability for the team that scores to call a timeout after they score and then have the ability to set up their defense. Not only, in my opinion, is it unfair, but I also think it slows the game down. And I would have smacked him too. I love it, Dustin says it was hilarious. I would have smacked him too. That is something, guys, in my opinion, that just slows down college basketball, and it's one of the reasons why I don't think as many fans watch college basketball. There are a few things that they could do in college basketball to make it just a little bit more like the NBA, to make it a little bit more watchable. For instance, in the NBA, in the final 2 minutes, when you call a timeout, you automatically get the ball moved up to half court. So you essentially have a guaranteed chance at a shot at the hoop if you need to, take that last shot to go ahead or anything like that. However, in college basketball, you don't ever get to move the ball up or ever advance the ball when you call a timeout. So even if you've got 1.5 seconds left and you're down by 2 or you're down by 3, you basically have to huck a full court shot. You don't get the chance at a normal shot like they do in the NBA because rules. So I can't stand it. I know it's poor sportsmanship. Both coaches were wrong, says Tommy's Breaks. You know what? That's a really good take, Tommy. I don't understand why Wisconsin, or why any head coach at the end of a basketball game, in college basketball specifically, calls a timeout like that. Why? You guys are up by 15. What do you need to talk about? Why would the winning team call a timeout? Juwan Howard wasn't wanting to call a timeout. Why would the winning team ever need to call a timeout? They've got everything settled, yet it happens so many times beyond just this example. But Juwan Howard called them out for it, and personally, in my opinion, I think did the wrong thing, but for the right reasons, if that makes sense. The Collector says, Schulte, I have a question, and I'm sending you a DM on Discord. No worries, Collector. Got you, brother. I will check that out, man. A Mac Forehead says, only you could agree with hitting someone 6 inches shorter and lighter by 30 pounds. No, Mac, I said that he went about it the wrong way. It was funny to see him hit, but it was the wrong thing to do. It was the wrong thing to do. POKÉMON Fun says, I would hope that the MLB Millionaire is trying to help out the minimum paid players for healthcare and payments and help the less known names in the career, not the superstars wanting more. Yeah, POKÉMON Fun. Hopefully, the MLB Players Association negotiating this deal does a little bit better for the mid and lower tier players in Major League Baseball than the Players Association in the NBA did for mid and lower tier players in the last CBA negotiation. Because, guys, you saw all of those mid-tier contracts for NBA players just disappear, and all of that money go to superstars. It's why Damian Lillard's making $50 million a year now, and it's also why LeBron James is able to basically take control of All-Star Weekend and say, oh, I'm going to play with my son Bronny, and I don't care where it's going to happen, and everybody needs to focus on me this All-Star Weekend. Ridiculous. And that is one reason, guys. Michael Jordan never would have done that. That alone, the debate about Michael Jordan v. LeBron being like the greatest ever, I think that it's a lot easier to like Michael because, yes, he was a gambler. The rumors about him being a degenerate the night before playoff games and whatnot, but then still able to show up and perform, you guys. I don't think he ever would have hijacked an entire event like LeBron James has done over and over and over and over again in his career. It's not like he decided to announce his comeback during an NBA Finals playoff game. He announced his comeback and came back in the middle of the season. The dude just doesn't do it the same way as LeBron. And in my opinion, the way that LeBron does it just makes him a lot less likable. So, Prod by Siva says, as soon as basketball guys fight, they're thugs, but hockey guys fight all the time, and there's no mention of assault or arrest. Seriously, what's with that? When we see hockey guys fighting and they're missing teeth, it's just a normal thing. That's actually a really good question, and something that I don't necessarily understand why that's different. I know that you don't want anybody to get hurt, but in hockey, you let them fight it out until they hit the ground. They're in pads, but imagine in football if they did that. Imagine if in football they just allowed each other to punch or tackle each other. It's not like guys in hockey, they just fight. They have sticks as weapons. Everybody could say, well, they could use their helmets as weapons in the NFL. Well, then they'll get banned forever if they try to do that. I think that anybody that tried to use a stick as a weapon in hockey ended up getting suspended for quite a long time, or if they did it again, just ended up getting banned for life. Dustin Sam says, good Lord, the former high school guard folks in here strong today. That's funny. That's funny. No, that really is a good point, though, Prod by Steven. That is a valid point. The amazing card ninja says LeBron really hated Kobe. Apparently, some bad things coming out in the book that we're seeing released. I think, I don't know if it's a LeBron autobiography or a Kobe biography, but apparently LeBron made some disparaging comments about Kobe Bryant back in the day and complained a lot about him. I'm assuming it's because LeBron was just jealous, but I don't know. We'll see. Once again, not really making him very likable. Scooby-Doo says he's a coach, not a player. Quit making excuses for him. You know, that's a valid point, Scooby-Doo. These coaches are supposed to be better and be above their players. I can't disagree with that, you guys. I just hate the concept of calling timeouts at the end of college basketball games when the game's already decided. Why do you do this? I would love to have a very, very in-depth discussion with these coaches as to why this actually makes sense. And if it's about, making them better players and teaching them that you fight until the end, blah, 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 BS. Stop that crap. The game's already decided. They're down or up by 15. It's done. It's done. Okay? There is something to be said about wasted effort in life, too. Just saying. It's Coach K's book? Yeah. Well, there's something to be said about wasted effort. And Coach K, as great as he is, he's wrong on that one. Stop calling a timeout in the last minute of the game when you're up by 15. It makes college basketball unwatchable. Just my opinion, though. All right, guys, 5:02 Pacific time. Going to be here for about 7 or 8 more minutes hanging out with you. Unfortunately, no restock happening on Target.com. I wish that I could say that something different happened today, but unfortunately, there is nothing coming down on Target.com for sports cards today. Up North Collector says, LeBron is so full of himself. Very true. Very true, man. And Warriors will win this year, says, to tilt the other team. But, okay, if you're tilting the other team when they're up by 15 or they're down by 15, what does it matter? What are you actually doing? I guess that's kind of where the conversation about wasted effort and doing something that really, the effect doesn't outweigh the effort, it just doesn't make any sense. Like if you're talking about, freezing a kicker or something and calling a timeout at the end of an NFL game or a college football game, that's different. But when you're up and the game is decided, what would be the reason for NFL teams to do that when they're down by 14 and the other team's kneeling and there's 40 seconds to go? But that's essentially what these college basketball teams are doing, and it doesn't make sense to me. Oh, thank you. The amazing card ninja says, nah, Schulte, I'm saying the stuff about LeBron hating Kobe is in Coach K's new book. Oh, yeah, because it was at the Olympics, or it was when he was playing with him on the USA basketball team. Thank you, card ninja. That's where the story came from. I apologize. I couldn't quite remember. I saw it over the weekend, but I couldn't quite remember all the details, so thank you. Thank you for letting me know and filling the rest of those in for me. Get a bot going for Wally, Schulte, says M. Furley. Apparently, guys, bots really are the only way to go on Walmart.com, unfortunately. Like I said before, when we're talking Walmart v Target, the Walmart restocks, the best chance to get manual stuff is the first time that a product drops on Walmart.com. Pretty much after that, you've got no chance manually because the bots have the SKU. They've got all the info they need to put it in and populate and get everything basically checked out in less than a second. So unfortunately, it is just the first time that stuff drops. That is the only opportunity really, and the best opportunity you have as a manual user to get stuff at Walmart. Will says, also, there were 2 games this season where Michigan was up by 10 points. They called timeouts with under 30 seconds left. Well, dang. Will, I didn't know that. And see, obviously it shows how little I watch college basketball. I think that if I knew that and I wasn't looking at it in a vacuum, I would probably react a little differently. That is a huge hypocritical thing to do. I don't know why he's calling timeouts if he's up by 10 plus and then getting mad at the other team when they do it, or if he was more mad about the full court press or whatever. But you're right, dude. No, Will, that's absolutely hypocritical. And I can't sit there and say that he's right for, getting mad if he was doing the same thing in other games earlier this season. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Jazzy for Days 23 says, you doing any filler spots for the football break? You know what, Jazzy for Days? That's a good idea. I probably should open up some filler spots and maybe make it a bit easier for everybody to get an opportunity to get in on that break. So what I might do, I think I'll open up some filler spots. I'll take like 5 spots away that are full price spots, and I'll open up some fillers for that football break coming up on Thursday. That's a good idea, Jazzy for Days. Definitely do that, man. Probably going to get that going later today when I post my video. I'll update that on the website, guys. All right, guys, 5:06 Pacific time, 8:06 East Coast time on for about 3 or 4 more minutes this morning, and then I will let you all go. Hopefully, we see something happening this week, guys, but unfortunately, I don't think, at least today, obviously, no restock happening. And if they don't restock today, I would assume on Target's part that it's looking more and more likely that they're going to skip this week, dropping sports cards again. But I do have faith. I do still have a little bit of faith. POKÉMON Fun says fillers, yay. Oh, no worries, Jazzy for Days says, nice. Trying to decide if I want to buy a spot or a filler. Awesome, man. Yeah, I'll post the fillers. I'll get those on the website later today, man. So you have a few hours to make your decision. The Amazing Card Ninja says, by the way, Schulte gang, this week is Pokemon Brilliant Stars release week. There won't be a full Target sports card restock online, but random products will drop throughout the week. Okay, good to know, Amazing Card Ninja. I appreciate that knowledge. And guys, that is something, if you do have, knowledge on the Pokemon releases or the Magic releases or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or cards that sports cards usually get restocked with, and these other products that a lot of these vendors and stores kind of base their restock schedule around, let me know. I appreciate any information that you guys have. It's really tough for me to keep up with sports cards, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic cards. I just can't do it. There aren't enough hours in the day. So I kind of key in on sports cards and what's happening with those, but it really does help me, guys, with the knowledge around Pokemon. We really can learn when sports cards are dropping. Couple people asking, what is a filler spot? So essentially, guys, a filler spot in a break is half the cost of what the break full price cost is for a spot, and you have a 50% chance of getting in the break, and you have a 50% chance of getting nothing. And it's a half price chance. It's a chance of getting in the break cheaper, but there's also a chance that you get nothing as well. So that's essentially what a filler is. It's just a cheaper chance to get in the break, but it is not a guarantee. It's definitely a gamble. It is a gamble for sure. Taj says, there's nothing wrong with trying to tell a grown man your reasoning for the trap, but trying to touch him to try and calm him down. Just keep walking and do your thing. Good game, coach. Yeah, Taj, those guys, with all of those emotions pumping after a game like that, it really is probably better to avoid touching arms like that. Just unless you guys are close, unless you guys are friends, shake hands, say your piece, and move on. I do agree with that, Taj. Marco asking, how much is the break? The football break, guys, $75. And we've got a Mosaic football hobby box, a Don Russ H2 hobby box from 2021, as well as an absolute football mega box. Try and do a tiny bit of kaboom hunting. So a filler for that would be $37.50. And I will get a few of those fillers posted later in the day, guys. Jacob, you're awesome, man. Says, I like these channels. One of them helped me cop a PS5 a year ago. Thanks for what you do, bro. You're so welcome. Happy to help. Happy to help people score, guys. I know that scoring manually is so hard. It's rough, but I'm here. Try and help you all as best as I can. All right, guys. 5:10 Pacific time. I'm going to let you all go for the day. Like I said, I'm going to have a lot more videos dropping this week. Shoot, I will be by Hitman Rips tonight at 5, guys. He does have some stuff going on tonight, and appreciate him being super, super generous, offering me a spot in one of his breaks. Excited to see if I can pull something awesome. And guys, then go check out schultzescardpulls.com. Breaks coming up on Thursday. And also check out membership, guys. We do have another monthly giveaway coming up here in about 10 days. Gonna have a Mosaic basketball mega box in on that. And one of the tiers on membership gets you 10% off of all of my breaks and sponsorships and everything like that. So if you are interested, the 10% actually does end up saving you quite a bit of money. So it's a good deal. It really is a nice trade-off. So thank you, everybody. I apologize that there was no restock on Target.com today, but I will hope that there is one tomorrow. And if we don't see one this week, then obviously I'll be back bright and early hoping that we see one next week. Be safe out there, everybody. Make sure that you all take care of each other and yourselves. Be good to those families and have a great day. Most of all, I'll see you bright and early tomorrow and on Thursday night, coming up at 5 p.m. Pacific time here on Schultz's Card Pulls. Thanks, everybody.